Hey guys, Mars Thinking here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and oh boy, what a reveal we got from the 10th anniversary live stream, the special broadcast, obviously, that was to replace the Battle Hour special event, the fan meetup, where a bunch of information would have been given out. I think it was given out at the event and then shared on social media a little bit later. I think someone who was there might have posted some photos and stuff as well, but we got this stream because the Battle Hour event was obviously cancelled. And obviously this way, I mean, you know, it's a shame for all the people that could have gone to the Battle Hour, but obviously this way kind of everyone in the community got to receive the news all at once. The impromptu live stream with Amatsu Ken and a new member of the team as well that we haven't seen before. So it'll be interesting if we see her again in any future stuff related to Dokkan releases. But yeah, we now know the theme of the celebration. However, it is very kind of like Kamehameha and the ones we've discussed in like rivalry and stuff like that. It is kind of a very open-ended theme that realistically could be a lot of things, right? So the theme is Tenka Muso, which is Japanese for second to none in the whole world. Or somebody else put another like translation, because obviously sometimes there's not perfect direct translations. This is what they show on the image, and then someone in the chat was saying it means like second to none, like under heaven or something, which is a very typical thing. I know Muso is something you see come up a lot in games and things like that, but yeah, second to none in the whole world. So obviously straight away you can very much apply that to Goku, right, and his never-ending quest, I guess, to always be the strongest person in the whole world. And anytime, you know, he has the opportunity to fight someone that could be stronger than him, it's like the most exciting thing for him. So it's very fitting. But, you know, we talked about Goku and Vegeta's rivalry and stuff like that. Of course, Vegeta always has the desire to be stronger than Goku, which of course would make him second to none in the whole world. So it's still one of those things that can be a very big umbrella that could include a huge amount of different characters and stuff like that. So we do get a little bit more insight. The characters and the banners kind of each have their own themes as well, which is kind of interesting. So obviously we got the biggest piece of news other than the theme. It says here, dive into the world of Dragon Ball with a focus on Dragon Ball Z, as well as Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super, and the movies. So this is basically spanning across the entire franchise, and we'll see at the end there's like a sort of roadmap image. When it comes to the free-to-play character that we're going to get, because we always get a free-to-play LR that ends up EZAing by the end of the anniversary, and they mentioned it will include the EZAs and the Super EZAs, there's this big roadmap that shows a lot of the arcs and a lot of the different series. So basically, by the end of the anniversary, even if it was only a free-to-play character or an EZA, we're going to get something from every part of the Dragon Ball franchise, essentially. So that is obviously very, very exciting. It says relive the best moments of Dokkan Battle from the beginning of the game to the 10th anniversary and what's yet to come. And they said in the stream, like, they obviously thanked everybody for all their enthusiasm and playing the game for so long and all the support and stuff. And they literally used the phrase, like, they'll be looking forward to doing all of this stuff for years to come, years plural. So as I said on the stream, like, Dokkan's not going anywhere for quite some time, right? We got this huge update coming out soon with all the visual updates and the game, like new mechanics and stuff. And so yeah, lots and lots of Dokkan to look forward to. So the big thing that we saw, now I kind of was suspicious of this when they first showed this image, right? So the 10th anniversary summon theme. So the banners are each going to have their own themes as well. So the Dokkan Festival, because it is a Dokkan Fest X Carnival, which I think after the worldwide and last year's anniversary, we all kind of assumed that would now be the theme going forwards, right? Rather than 2 Dokkan Fests in part 1 and 2 Carnivals in part 2. The theme for the Dokkan Festival is miraculous power born from the strongest duo. So, I mean, straight away, obviously, that's a fusion. Like, we know that straight off the bat. And then the Carnival, it says top legendary summon Carnival. And for those of you who've been playing the game for more than like 2 years, I think, when we used to get these banners that were the top legendary summon, it's because they had 2 characters on them. It used to be the thing back in the day where the anniversary would have a dual Dokkan Fest, 2 banners for part 1, and then part 2 would be a single banner that had 2 new LRs on it. And so this is straight away when I saw top legendary summon Carnival, I was like, that's interesting that they've called it that. And now we know that going forward for part 1 and part 2, the format is going to be a Dokkan Festival banner and a Carnival banner, However, the Carnival banner is going to have 2 new characters on it in both parts. So in part 1, there are 3 new characters, 3 new LRs, and in part 2, there are 3 new LRs as well. So there's still only going to be 2 banners, but the Legendary Summon Carnival is going to have 2 new characters on it. Now, this is obviously very interesting because as much as it is hype, because obviously more new characters, more new cool stuff, it does mean that it's another character that you're trying to get. And if you summon on the Carnival banner, and let's say you pull like the first new character, it means you're not done on that banner, right? You've still got to summon on that banner if you want to get the other character. And of course, as we saw on Global, when they released Gotenks and Jiren at the same time on the same banner, it means, let's say you go into the summon Carnival banner, you pull the first character, and then you do another summon, or another couple of summons, and you get like a Goku Black Rift or a Zeno. You could just be getting the first character that you already pulled, and not the other one that you still need to get. So banners with 2 new units on can always be slightly frustrating depending on how your RNG goes, but I mean, let's face it, that's what all summoning is, right? It's all RNG. You can get good luck, you can get bad luck. But yeah, 6 new characters for the anniversary, 2 Dokkan Fests, and 4 Carnival LRs. So this is going to be very, very interesting. And so then they showed the characters for part 1. And some surprising choices, but I think some very hype choices as well. So we've got a couple of different arts for 2 of them to show, because I think one of them isn't transforming. So straight away, here's all 3 of the part 1 characters upcoming for the 10th anniversary. We have Super Saiyan Goku and Super Saiyan Vegeta brackets Angel, and they do fuse into VEGITO. They are the Dokkan Fest exclusive. They mentioned on the stream that they are going to have a new mechanic that they referred to as being called reversible exchange. Now, they didn't go into a huge amount of detail, but I'm assuming that this means switching between Goku and Vegeta, although the card is called Goku and Vegeta. I guess you could switch into the card being called like Vegeta and Goku. I'm not sure, because you can see in the art here, like Goku is in the foreground and then Vegeta is in the background. I guess the name of the card doesn't have to change just because that's the mechanic. Or it could be, and this, I'm not sure about this because obviously it doesn't make a lot of sense in terms of the lore, but I guess that doesn't really matter for Dokkan, right? The actual in-universe rules for Dragon Ball. But it could mean that they can switch between being VEGITO and then going back to being Goku and Vegeta, but obviously that doesn't make a lot of sense. The fact that they could constantly like unfuse and then refuse. So I don't think it will be that, but obviously once we get more details, I of course will let you guys know. I'm very intrigued to see what this new mechanic is going to be, like how it works. And then we have the 2 Carnival LRs. So we have Super Saiyan 3 Goku GT brackets Golden Ape, and so straight away, like we all knew, like this is finally the GT Super Saiyan 3 Goku that then will transform into Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the very first Super Saiyan 4 transformation. It was crazy that we'd gone up to the game being out for almost 10 years and we still didn't have that animation in the game, the very first time that Goku becomes a Super Saiyan 4. So that is going to be in the game. That's potentially where we're going to see that new mechanic that was leaked, where you have the active skill that's available in all 3 slots at the same time, because I assume it's going to be a case of Goku is going to transform into the Golden Grey Ape, and then you can use that active skill to then transform into Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And then finally, the second Carnival LR for part 1, and this one's really interesting because when the art came up, straight away you see that and you think, oh, this is a UI Goku and Blue Evolution Vegeta, but the card, as you can see written above, is just Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. So because Goku is in the art, then it means that he's going to be I would imagine a unit super attack. That's the only other reason that you usually get characters in the card art, because if it was an exchange, it would be part of the name, I believe. In fact, let me just quickly bring up the Super Tech LR, the Gohan and Piccolo. Yeah, because it's Gohan Kid brackets Piccolo. Yeah, so if it was an exchange, it would be Blue Evolution Vegeta slash UI Goku. So assumingly that means he's going to have a unit super. Now, we were talking about this at the end of the stream, but hopefully it's not with just a UI Goku, because, you know, there's the AGL one, who's obviously still very good. There's the Tech one, who's still very good. STR one's kind of outdated at this point, and then there's like the free-to-play physical one. I guess technically there's the free-to-play STR one that's the login bonus from was it the 6th anniversary, but you're not going to be using either of the free-to-play ones, right? So I could imagine it could be something like the way Angel Vegeta has a Goku from the Buu Saga category. I could imagine it being like a Goku from the Realm of Gods category, for example, is all you need to activate it. But again, once we get that information, I will of course let you guys know. And so we have a frame here from the video. So this is the art. You can see a little bit better without the effects in the background. You've got Vegeta in the background of the Goku art, and then it says Potara Fusion, and then there's Super Vegito. The Super Vegito art is actually crazy. I've got a more zoomed in one here, I think, on the next frame. But yeah, Potara Fusion, they become Super Vegito. Hopefully, we can only hope and pray with our fingers crossed, right, that this card does not have a terrible fusion condition like the blue boys from the Worldwide Celebration. Like, we actually want to see Super Vegito coming out in like every run. But yeah, very interested to see what the reversible exchange thing is going to be. But yeah, the card art looks really good. Vegito looks really cool. Definitely hoping for some more like Dokkan original animations, especially when it comes to the Goku, the Blue Evolution Vegeta, right? Like if he has a unit super, I'm trying to think, I'd have to go back and rewatch it. I'm kind of annoyed that I can't remember off the top of my head, but is there actually ever a point where they fight together in Blue Evolution and Ultra Instinct? There isn't, right? Because obviously we have the card in the game that is Blue Evolution, and then Goku's in Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. But I'm pretty sure they don't fight together in those forms. So that's potentially going to be, the unit super is going to be a Dokkan original animation, which is awesome. And then we have this other frame here. So this is the 10th anniversary part 1 main characters. So there's the Goku and Vegeta again with the cool, like the aura and the effects. There's the Super Vegito. Like, look how awesome that looks, man. That looks so good. And then there's the Goku after having transformed into a Super Saiyan 4. And yeah, that looks just absolutely incredible. The arts are just all absolutely fantastic. And then here we have the thing I was talking about with like the cards roadmap. So Dokkan Battle 10th anniversary, you can see there we've got Goku and it says Dragon Ball GT, and there are 2 rectangles outlined in red. So Goku is 1, which means there's going to be another GT character. Now bear in mind, as I said at the beginning, they did say on the stream that this is new characters and Extreme Z Awakening and Super Extreme Z Awakening. So it's not necessarily going to be a new unit, it could just be an Easy A, and even if it is a new unit, it could be the free-to-play LR, it could be one of the free-to-play characters from the farmable story events. But as you can see, 2 for GT, 1 for OG Dragon Ball. I wouldn't be surprised if that was just one of the free-to-play cards, to be honest. Then we've got 2 for Saiyan Saga, 2 for Namek Saga, 3 for Android/Cell Saga, 3 from the movies, and then 4 from the Buu Saga, 5 obviously including the Vegito. So even more buffs to the Buu Saga. So if you're somebody who pulled Tech Gotenks, and obviously all those Easy A's that we've had, like the Buu Saga is going to be even more busted of a team in the next couple of weeks. 3 from the movies, and then we have 4 if we include the Blue Evolution Vegeta, 4 from Dragon Ball Super. So that's a lot of new characters, because bear in mind we know that part 2 is going to have 3. Then we're going to get a free-to-play LR. We normally get 1 or 2 farmable units, so that's 5 or 6 new characters that we still need to get to fill in these gaps. But that means with how many other gaps there are, that means we're looking at like 10 or so, 10 or 11, just trying to count quickly here with the number of slots there are, 10 or 11 Easy A's / Super Easy A's on top of the new units as well. So 10th anniversary, I mean, unsurprisingly, we all knew this was going to be a big one, right? Is absolutely packed with stuff. And they didn't even really go into any of the details of like new events and all stuff like that. But this is obviously the big takeaway. 3 units in both parts, a Dokkan Fest banner with a new Dokkan Fest exclusive LR, and then a Carnival banner with 2 new Carnival LRs. So Goku and Vegeta that fuse into Vegito are the part 1 Dokkan Fest exclusive, and then Blue Evolution Vegeta and Super Saiyan 3 to Super Saiyan 4 Goku are the 2 Carnival LRs for part 1. So let me know what you guys think down below. What do you think of the choice for the overall theme? What do you think of the choice for the part 1 characters? Obviously, now that we have this info, I'm going to be doing a ton of speculation videos over the next few days, thinking about what their leader skills could be, thinking about who the free-to-play cards are going to be, all this other stuff, who the Easy A's will be. There's a lot of fun stuff to be thinking about And obviously later today we have the new Red Zone stages coming out, which focus on Goku's story. We've got the Vegeta one coming out a little bit later on as well. We don't have a date for that yet. But yeah, tons of info. Overall, I would say in terms of pros and cons, like very, very hype. The 3 new units seem awesome. The arts are really cool. The only downside, like I say, is having an extra unit. Like it just means more summoning you potentially need to do depending on how lucky you get. Hopefully with this being the biggest anniversary and potentially the biggest and best celebration in the game so far, there will hopefully be a few more stones given out, right? Because the anniversary usually gives out around 1,000 stones anyway. And I'm assuming they didn't mention it in the stream, but I'm assuming that we're still going to have some sort of pity system similar to what the worldwide celebration had. But obviously I guess we will have to wait and see. So there you go. Those are the characters. That's the information that we have from the live stream about the 10th anniversary. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. What do you think of the character choices? Which one are you looking forward to the most? Let me know all your thoughts down below. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.